Yo, what is up, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider back at it again with another video today, and I will be talking about the linebacker position and what Jon Gruden had to say about Nicholas Morrow and Javin White's injuries. Now, before I do get started with this video, if this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders and you want daily Raider content, then look no further. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Also, I do want to give a quick shout out to my boy Mikey Raider. I know a lot of you guys have been asking on my vlogging video what happened to his channel and whatnot. It actually got taken down, but he has a new channel on YouTube at Raiders Central, you know, the OG coming back to YouTube. So if you guys want to go show him some love, go over to his channel and subscribe to my boy. I will be putting his link down in the description below. With that being said, let's not waste any more time and get on with the video. Cue the intro.
And you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
So Jon Gruden came out today in his presser and finally spoke on Javin White and Nicholas Morrow's injury and gave us a bit of an update. And it seems like these two guys will be out for quite a while this season. The team is concerned about both of these guys' injuries, and it looks like Nicholas Morrow's injury is worse than Javin White's.
Looks like Morrow will be out a little bit longer than White. That's unfortunate, but we'll have to continue to develop our young linebackers and perhaps find another.
Now, after hearing what Jon Gruden had to say and some of the reports going around, it looks like these guys will most likely be missing multiple games this season, if not the whole season. This does suck because they both were solid depth at the linebacker position. Nicholas Morrow was coming off of his best season yet and could have been a captain this year. Jon Gruden had a lot of praise to say about Morrow this whole offseason, and the fact that we didn't get a chance to see him play kind of sucks. And Javin White was looking real good in preseason, a guy that most likely could have made the roster and a guy that is a presence on that defensive side, especially at the linebacker position. Now, I told you guys before, you know, I didn't really think too much about this guy, but after watching his mic'd up session and seeing that first game against the Seahawks, man, I just love this dude's energy and the type of energy that he would have provided off the bench, especially with his athleticism and his ability to cover receivers or tight ends. It was something to watch and something to look forward to this season. Now, with those injuries, today at practice, our starting linebackers consisted of Corey Littleton and Divine Diablo on the outside and Tanner Muse on the inside. Now, we know that Tanner Muse is going to get some PT, especially now knowing that these guys are going to be out for a while, but a guy to look out for is Divine Diablo. According to Levi Edwards, linebacker Max Richardson and linebacker Divine Diablo saw a lot more snaps in today's practice and will most likely get a lot of PT this Sunday versus the 49ers. I believe that these two should make the most of their opportunity and go and take advantage of the situation at hand and go out this week and ball out. But Divine Diablo is a guy that I will be keeping my eye on this week, especially after missing the past two games and being out with injuries, you know, throughout the whole offseason. I just want to finally see what he has to bring to the table at the linebacker position. And speaking of linebackers, the Raiders actually worked out another veteran, former Ravens and Jets linebacker Patrick Onwuasor. Onwuasor is 29 years old, missed the entire 2020 season with injuries. In 2019, he appeared in 14 games, starting in 6 of those, with 64 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 6 quarterback hits, 3 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pass breakup. And on top of that, he was targeted 48 times, allowing 30 completions for 378 yards and a 96.3 QBR. This is a guy that can come off the edge and get to the quarterback or play as an off-ball linebacker in coverage. The Raiders have now worked out 3 linebackers. You got KJ Wright, Mark Barron, and Patrick Onwuasor. So for the right price, I wouldn't mind bringing him to the team. He would be a solid linebacker and would obviously provide depth at the position because you know that we desperately need it as of right now. But again, if I did have to choose which linebacker I would want that's still out in the open market, it would still have to be KJ Wright. But what do you guys think, Raider Nation? What are your thoughts on Patrick Onwuasor coming in and working out with the Raiders? Should the Raiders sign this guy? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, speaking of KJ Wright, I do got some updates on why he still hasn't been signed by the Raiders. Now, you and I both know that KJ Wright is at the top of a lot of people's lists, even the Raiders list, to bring in as a linebacker to help this defense out. Of course, you know, having Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator in his past and that experience with him is just a cherry on top. But according to a lot of reports going around, money seems to be the deciding factor. The Raiders aren't willing to meet KJ Wright's asking price, supposedly considering his age and him not being in his prime. Now, I don't know what KJ Wright's asking number is as of right now, and maybe it's upwards of $5 million a year, but he's proven that he can still get the job done at his age of 32 years old. In 2020, he totaled 86 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 interception. So that just shows to you he might be worth the money. Now, I know the Raiders are going to try to play this cheap or whatnot, and you know the Raiders at the situation right now, we're a bit over $2.2 million in cap space, and for a deal to actually get done, both parties will have to make adjustments. I do believe at this point right now, the Raiders are desperate to go get some depth at the linebacker position, especially now learning about Javin White and Nicholas Morrow's injury and how long these two will be out. We do need some depth at that linebacker position, and if we do want to bring KJ Wright to the team, I feel like the Raiders might wait off to the final roster cuts to free up some cap space to bring him on, or even letting go of Jalen Richard and letting go of some of these other guys to free up some cap space, and we could possibly bring in KJ Wright. If not, I could see the Raiders going out and bringing in a cheaper option on a 1-year low risk, high reward type of deal just to provide some depth to the linebackers we already do have on the roster, because I do feel like Tanner Muse is going to get the job done. Nick Kwiatkowski might be back pretty soon. We still have Corey Littleton on the roster, and we do have guys like Divine Diablo who's going to make their way up, and Max Richardson who might be teetering. But like I said, if the Raiders wanted to go the cheap route and not spend too much money on a veteran linebacker like KJ Wright, of course they could go out and sign Mark Barron or even Patrick Onwuasor. And one name on the list that I know a lot of people has been talking about, you know, behind the scenes, has been Reuben Foster. Now this name kind of clicked in my head because I read an article from Just Blog Baby. They mentioned Foster as one of the linebackers that could immediately help the Raiders right now at the linebacker position. As you guys know, the Raiders are known for giving second chances to players like Incognito and Burfict, who both were solid contributors to the team. Now this move could be a low risk, high reward type of signing. Foster has dealt with injuries and a troubled past. However, he is still only 27 years old and still has a lot of gas in the tank. When healthy, Foster can be a difference maker on the defensive side. Worst case scenario, he suits up for a few weeks until some of our linebackers heal up. Best case is he balls out for the team and redeems himself. So overall, like I said before, I wouldn't mind bringing in Reuben Foster. This is a guy that, you know, has a real high ceiling, still a young player. If he could get his shit right, if he could stay on the field, this guy can go out there and ball out. Now I know, like I said, he has a high ceiling, but he has a really low floor as well. But that's a chance I'm willing to take, and especially for the price, I feel like he could come in for a veteran minimum. Yo, Raider Nation, man. I was finishing up this video talking about the linebacker position and wondering what the Raiders were gonna do, but breaking news came out. Adam Schefter reported that the Raiders actually traded for linebacker Denzel Perryman. We finally got ourselves a linebacker. Now, I'm not saying that this is gonna be the only linebacker that we get, because I know I've been talking about other linebackers, but this does mean that I don't think that the Raiders are gonna go out and get KJ Wright anymore, you know, with the price that he's been asking for. But we still could go get guys like Mark Barron or even Patrick Onwuasor, like I stated earlier today, or maybe even Reuben Foster. Now, Denzel Perryman has played most of his career for the LA Chargers, tallying 349 tackles, had 5 sacks, and 3 interceptions. And another thing, Denzel Perryman does have experience with Gus Bradley as his defensive coordinator. They worked together from 2017 to 2020 with the LA Chargers, so this does make sense of why the Raiders wanted to go and trade for Denzel Perryman in the first place. And according to a tweet from Antoine Staley, he tweeted, "The Panthers signed Perryman in free agency this offseason, but he wasn't able to pass Jermaine Carter for the starting middle linebacker role. Perryman had recovered from a hip flexor problem, which cost him some time in camp." I honestly think that this is a solid move for the Raiders. I remember back in 2015 in the draft, I actually wanted this guy in the second round, but the Raiders went in a different direction. The fact that we have him now on the team, I'm not saying that he's going to be the savior at the linebacker position, but he does provide some depth at a position of need. And you add him with some of these young players that we already do have on this roster. Denzel Perryman is only 28 years old, so he's still got some gas in the tank, and I'm looking forward to see what he does in this defense. I can still see the Raiders going now and getting another veteran on a cheap contract, you know, a low risk, high reward type of move. But overall, I'm just happy that the Raiders made some type of move. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think about this trade for Denzel Perryman. Do you guys think that the Raiders are still going to go out and get another linebacker? If so, which linebacker would you guys want to see? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this video. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders and want daily Raider content, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this is your boy, some more Raider, and your boy is, yeah.
And you tell them one thing.